Hello everyone. Today we are going to make a square root calculator and learn some new Python things. So let's get started. So first we will start with while true because it will take input from the user. Now we will take input from user. Just a minute. Yes. Num is equal to input and we will take everything. Now we have taken input. Now we will take now you will learn a new thing in Python, that is try. So in this try that you see here, we use this we write code inside this try. So in which we think that there might be an error, there might be type of an error that may come during the running of this code. So it will handle it and the program will run perfectly and will tell the error as well. So we say it as try except. So let's write the code, that is if. So let's write if wait, we will not write if, we will just convert it to num, meaning float num, because if there are any errors, this try and except will handle it correctly, efficiently. This is a new thing, so that you can use this very in your program for effective error handling. Okay. Now if num is less than 0, then we will print that we cannot take negative numbers square. So now we have written it, and now we have converted this to float so that it can also take square root of decimal numbers or float numbers. Let me correct the indentation. Yes, now it has been indented. Now or else it will do the square root processing. Now let's print. So now let's move on with num.sqrt. Now we will take a value, that is num square. Now it will now the square root of the number will be processed here, and meaning it will be stored here, which will be num triple double star 0.5. So you might see that this is an exponent symbol and this is being increased, meaning it will telling the exponent of 0.5 of the number. But you might get a confusion like this, but in Python this is equivalent to finding a square root of the number. You will see in the end of the program when we will run it. So now let's continue. Once it is done with this, we will print the square root of the number num, that is numsqrt. We will add the parentheses, brackets, same with here, and now we will write f. So now we will continue with our error handling process. We are almost done with the code. Now let's write the except here. Let me know. Except. Now except exception as e. So here, if an error occurs, then it will be stored. Then all the error will be stored in e, and then we can view it. And this exception that you see here handles all errors. There are many types of like value errors and other type of errors. So this exception handles the all type of errors. the main user errors basically, and then it will be stored in E, then we can view it. So now let me do this. Now it will print something went wrong, then we print it. Something went wrong. E, and we will do this and write df. So now we are done with our program. Now let's run it. If I write 9, it is tell it as 3. If I write 7, it is telling it again. Now let's write a float 6 7. As you can see, it is telling it 7.3456. As you can see, it is doing it. Now let's write an invalid input. Something went wrong. Could not convert string to float. As you can see, it isn't working. So now let's add a piece of code that stops the code if the user says stop. We will write it here. First we will have to control X, control V. First, so now if num is equal to string stop, and that is num dot lower and also dot strip. Let me just correct it. Strip dot lower dot lower. Now let's run the code. If I write stop, it has exited. So as you can see, this is working. So we are done with our program. Hope you like this project and video. Please like, share and subscribe, and wait till the next video. Thank you and bye.